Hi, my name is Michael Ronn, and here are my top 3 tips for successful guest appearances. It's important to be the best guest that you can when you're going on another podcast. And so here is what I recommend. Tip number 1 is to be early to the podcast interview. Always plan on being at least 5 to 10 minutes early so that you can troubleshoot any tech issues if you've never used the particular platform that the interviewer is interviewing you on. There's just all sorts of things that can go wrong. So, always, even if you know the platform, even if you've done an interview with the interviewer, just show up 5 to 10 minutes early. It just makes you look more professional. And second, if you happen to need to reschedule, that's okay. Just reschedule. Don't give the interviewer a sob story. Don't write them a long email about how you wished you could work with them and now you can't. Just, can I reschedule? Right? Don't make your problems the interviewer's problems. If you have to reschedule at the last minute, that happens to everyone, but just be professional about it. Tip number 2 is to pay very close attention to the interviewer by listening to episodes of the podcast. You're probably going to hear that tip from other folks that submit tips to this episode of Maddie's podcast, but I have a different angle. I want to know if the interviewer is going to be extremely prepared or if I need to help them with the interview. So, for example, there are certain interviewers like Maddie who does all of her homework, and she does an amazing job on her show of making the guests feel at ease and then also steering the conversation to many of what the guest talking points were going to be. And she's just great at that. Other podcast hosts, not so much because they're busy folks, right? And so if I've got somebody that's busier, then I need to do some homework and I need to make sure that I'm more assertive during the conversation to make sure that I hit my points and that I hit my call to actions, just in case the conversation starts to go in different directions. Sometimes the best conversations don't have a script, and that's okay. But you just need to know that so that you can make sure that you're advocating for your work and promoting yourself. My third tip is to make sure that you send the interviewer your headshot in high resolution and low resolution, your bio, about 50 words, and then maybe a second bio that's a little bit longer, and relevant links to your website. Just do it up front. Send it to them. I've done dozens and dozens of podcast interviews, and I have not done one where the interviewer has not asked me for that. So I have a press kit that I send to every interviewer that has all of this information in it so that they don't have to ask for it. This will make their jobs easier, and they will remember you for that. Those are my top tips for successful guest appearances, and I wish you the best of luck.